Good morning. I am so thrilled to be preparing for my end of the year reading. I have a video I just put up. It will be up by the time this one is up because I'm filming them on the same day, which will be obvious because I'm wearing the same clothes, but that's okay. And I decided I still have another one I want to do, which will involve my Advent, but this is something else that I'm doing this year. I'm ending this year with it, but I'm also really going to carry this on into next year. And it is, I'm going to begin a personal book club situation for myself and anyone else who wants to join in with me. You can let me know in the comments. You can go to my Bookstagram, which is Books and Butterflies Bookstagram over on Instagram, and you can message and let me know there. We can discuss it either way. You can also, I have a page by that name on Facebook. You could also check that. And maybe I'll go ahead and try to put some of this content there too. I've been using Instagram because I've gotten the most reception there. And anyway, I'm going to start this kind of more intentional. I'm going to be sharing a video about really what I plan to do with 2026 here. I've got myself going on this channel again. I've got myself settled. I'm good. I'm not saying that my videos are first rate. I don't think so, but they are authentic. And so I'm going to continue to talk about books, and I'm going to think about kind of what I would like to do, the direction I'd like to go in 2026. Everybody comes up with that, and I am not immune to plan making. I enjoy it too. Okay, but this is something I want to do, and I want to do it for really intentional reasons. I want to do it because I feel like it's important. I feel like we need to be more aware of history, and we need to be more aware of how our actions and the actions of our world lead us into places so that we can make better choices. That's just a broad thought about it. I'm sure it'll get better. Okay, but there are two books that I'm beginning this with. This is November. I don't expect these books to be finished before the end of the year. So that's 6 weeks to finish these two books. That's terrific. I expect it to be an interesting time. I plan to check in regularly with these two books, and one of these is a book that I've read before, and one of these is a book that I listed as a book I want to be done with by the end of 2025, because I've had it now for almost a year, and it's time that I complete the reading of this book. I would like to have a library of books. This is my goal, a library of books that I've read every book in my library. I know them, and they speak to me, and I feel like they have great value in my library. And these are two books that I feel will fit that really well. The first of these two books is a nonfiction. It's by Corrie ten Boom, and it's called The Hiding Place. Most people are familiar with this. This is her personal account of actually having been a Holocaust prisoner, a concentration camp prisoner. Is that how you would say it? Corrie ten Boom was a Dutch watchmaker who became a heroine of the resistance. a survivor of Hitler's concentration camps and one of the most remarkable evangelists of the 20th century. In World War II, she and her family risked their lives to help Jews and underground workers escape the Nazis, and for their work they were tested in the infamous Nazi death camps. Only Corrie among her family survived to tell the story of how faith ultimately triumphs over evil. Here is the riveting account of how Corrie and her family were able to save many of God's chosen people. In 35 years, millions have seen that there is no pit so deep that God's love is not deeper still. Now, The Hiding Place, repackaged for a new generation of readers, continues to declare that God's love will overcome, heal, and restore. So, The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom, one of the most important books that if you have never read it, it goes on the list of books you should read before you die. It is the most important book, or not the most, but one of the most important books that's ever been written. It is a true account, and in this day and age, there are so many people who do not believe that this has actually occurred, but I beg of you to read her book and to know this is her true account, and she's not the only one. So history is important. History will also repeat itself if we don't learn from it, and we need to keep the history alive so that we remember and we choose different. Okay, but the other book that I am reading as a companion to that book is a fiction book, and it is entitled Code Name Edelweiss by Stephanie Lansom. This book was gifted to me, and I'm so grateful that it was gifted to me. So great. This is one of the dearest gifts that I've received, and it is one that will go on my shelf. I believe that it is, because of the topic, it is an important book to read. In the summer of 1933, Hitler is the new powerful anti-Semitic chancellor of Germany, but in Los Angeles, no-nonsense Secretary Liesl Weiss has concerns closer to home. The Great Depression is tightening its grip, and Liesl is the sole supporter of 2 children, an opinionated mother and a troubled brother. Jewish lawyer Leon Lewis has watched Hitler's rise to power and increasing anti-Semitism in America with growing alarm. He believes Nazi agents are working to seize control of Hollywood, the world's greatest propaganda machine. The trouble is, authorities scoff at his dire warnings. There's more to this, but I did not know that this actually occurred. It's a real piece of history until this book. And so these are my first 2 picks for my own personal book club, which has absolutely no name right now. Maybe it'll get one later. But I'm beginning this. If you would like to read these with me, let me know. I will be discussing them. I'll be reading and discussing them as I go. Discussing things I think of, discussing things that are part of history. I'll be doing some catch-ups on this as I go, and I would love to have a group to discuss it with. But for now, I'm willing to do this on my own, and then for those who might be interested, they can do it with me. They can let me know. We'll see how it goes. We will see what happens. But for now, these are my 2 first picks for important reads that need to be read together and discussed together, and I'm looking forward to it. So, have you read these? Are you interested in reading them with me? Either way, I'll catch up with it as I go.